Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach. Hurricane ready, the city tests their emergency preparedness during a shelter drill. Plus, going big, the international sensation Cirque du Soleil sets up shop in the resort city. And homeward bound, rehabilitated sea turtles are released back into the open waters. That and more coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Mickey Aceto. Thanks for joining us. June 1st marked the start of the hurricane season, and while it's been pretty quiet so far, things can change in an instant. That's why it's so important to be prepared. The city recently tested their emergency preparedness with a shelter drill.
If we need more care than this facility will provide, we have some place that we can have them go.
Practice makes perfect. Emergency medical services, human services, and several other departments work together to set up this small-scale medical-friendly shelter at Salem Middle School.
The medical-friendly component is that we have guests that may need access to electricity, they may need medications that need to be refrigerated, they may need some support from family members, and they'll bring all of their own equipment in to provide that care while they're here in a Virginia Beach shelter. This is the shelter that we set up for those patients.
So number of people? Two.
More than 40 people participated in the drill. From an intake area to traffic control to medical cots, it took them just under an hour to set everything up. The exercise helps strengthen relationships and improves upon existing plans and policies.
It just enables us to exercise everything that we've been training for, that we think we're ready for, but you know what, there's always something we're going to learn that we can do better, or something that we're missing, so this enables everybody to get on the same page.
This is our chance to exercise as much for the personnel to learn how it's set up. This is also an opportunity to exercise and make sure our equipment works, so in case of an emergency, we actually have the ability to set up a shelter and take care of our citizens.
The city holds several exercises during the year to test their preparedness. Members from the health and fire departments, as well as the community emergency response team and school division, also participated. Of course, it's also vital that you and your family are prepared. You can receive important messages through VB Alert, the city's emergency notification system. Access reporter Veronica Coleman has the details.
Whether it's severe weather, hostage situations, or boil water advisories, know what's happening in the city thanks to VB Alert.
VB Alert is an emergency notification system that allows the city to be able to notify citizens, visitors, any public entity that is interested in emergency notification for the city to be able to send out and notify them what is going on, where it's happening at, and what action to take.
At home or on the go, VB Alert keeps you informed by sending out public safety text messages and email alerts directly to your mobile device.
If you register your phone, you could be out of town, and if something happens in your neighborhood or whichever area that you target, you'll be notified.
Sign up is free and easy. Simply register your mobile device or email address at vbgov.com/VBAlert. You can even pick points of interest.
These are areas within the city boundaries that they might be interested in. For instance, maybe where their children go to school or where they work or where their spouse works. So we send out a message to those areas, they'll also receive those messages on their devices.
VB Alert gives citizens an additional communication channel to receive public safety messages.
Just remember, this is one communication tool that is being utilized by the city. So please make sure that you continue to follow all communication channels, media, radio, our website, and this particular system to receive any kind of updated information. This is just one way to help you stay informed while you're at home and on the go.
VB Alert is a free service. However, standard text messaging rates may apply depending on your cellular plan.
Hurricanes can sometimes knock out power for days at a time, so make sure you have an emergency supply kit ready, have a plan for your family, and subscribe to VB Alert. For the 34th year in a row, Virginia Beach has been honored for its governmental and financial reporting. The Government Finance Officers Association awarded the resort city with a Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. The certificate is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental financial reporting. It represents a significant accomplishment by a government and its management. Virginia Beach's crime rate is the lowest it has been since 1963. That is in part due to the hard work of the men and women in the police department. A handful of those officers were honored in a special ceremony.
We are here today because you have been recognized for your abilities and for the promise you bring to this community.
City leaders, family friends, and fellow officers gathered at the Law Enforcement Training Academy to honor dedicated officers and personnel who have earned the promotion to leadership.
So to the promotees, you took the risk, you took the shot, you stepped up, and you have the reward. To those who are retiring, you gave us excellent years of service, and we wish you good luck on your next passage of life.
If each of you could raise your right hand, please, and state after me.
11 officers were honored for their promotions. The ceremony also recognized retirees. Officer John Winnett dedicated close to 30 years of service to the city.
I've had a long journey, and it's been a fun journey. I've worked for some great people.
Mayor Sessoms thanked everyone for their years of dedicated service to the community.
To all of today's honorees, you're perfect examples of professionals with a commitment to service. It's no accident that Virginia Beach has been named the safest city of its size in the United States, and the officers we honor today are sterling examples of why we have earned this honor.
VBTV covered the event in its entirety, and it will be airing right here. For program air dates and times, log on to vbgov.com/VBTV. For the first time ever, a Cirque du Soleil show is performing in the resort city. Kooza is an international sensation. It premiered in Montreal, Canada back in 2007 and has traveled the globe. The show is currently running in Virginia Beach now through mid-August and is expected to make a big economic impact on the resort city and surrounding areas. Here's Access reporter Peter Van Heest with the details.
Stunning, wildly entertaining, unforgettable, all adjectives that describe the Cirque du Soleil show. Kooza, that is currently performing right here in Virginia Beach.
Kooza is one of 18 shows that Cirque du Soleil currently has. It's been touring the world for the last 8 years, and it's one of the most traditional shows that Cirque du Soleil has.
Located under a big top tent in the parking lot of the Virginia Beach Convention Center, Kooza will run for 4 weeks.
Our first show is July 16th, and we go through August 16th, and we have shows basically every day but Monday. On the weekends we have 2 shows, so we average about 8 to 10 shows a week. The big top holds 2,500 people, so we expect thousands and thousands of Virginia Beach residents and tourists to come in and experience this show.
The show combines 2 circus traditions, acrobatic performance and the art of clowning. And while audience members are sure to have a good time, local businesses are also smiling.
In addition to visitors to the resort area that will come, Cirque du Soleil will occupy over 4,000 room nights in Virginia Beach and the surrounding areas for their staff, for all of their performers and technicians that come to town.
Kooza travels with 65 trucks and 115 people. The artists for the show are the best in the world. Joey Arrigo plays the trickster. He has been touring with Kooza for over a year.
I was trained as a dancer and an acrobat my whole life, and so I'll be dancing and flipping and kick, jump, turning all over the stage for the whole show, and you can't get rid of me. But as for the whole show, you'll see outstanding death-defying acrobats that still stun me to this day.
The 2-act show includes high wire acts, solo trapeze, balancing on chairs, and the Wheel of Death, and so much more. Audiences of all ages will enjoy it.
I can't think of anywhere in the world that wouldn't enjoy this. It's such an amazing show.
Performances will be held every day of the week except Mondays. For more information about the show, log on to cirquedusoleil.com/Kooza.
Just because it's a big top tent and summer's upon us doesn't mean you'll have to be uncomfortable. The tent is air conditioned. Don't miss this exhilarating show as it's only in town through August 16th. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, 8 rehabilitated sea turtles take their freedom swim in the Atlantic. Plus, see what local elementary schools are doing to help beat summer slide. We'll have that and more when we return.
Virginia Beach Schools Parent Connection is your one-stop for information and events which support families and promote student success. The transition from elementary to middle school can be difficult, socially and academically for some students, but there are some tried-and-true strategies that parents and students can use to reduce anxiety and increase the potential for success. All parents of rising 6th graders are invited to attend a free Parent Connection workshop on August 26th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Salem Middle School. Learn about social and emotional development of adolescents, how to help your child academically, and ways to navigate schedules, lockers, and much more. For more information and to register, call 757-263-1936. To learn more about these activities or to see a complete calendar of events, visit the Parent Connection page of vbschools.com.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Mickey Aceto. A going away party was held at the beach at Neptune's Park last week. The Virginia Aquarium's Stranding response team bid farewell to 8 rehabilitated sea turtles.
We actually have 3 different species of sea turtles that we're releasing.
But this hook was surgically removed. We had him on for 5 weeks and now.
One by one, the 2 loggerheads, 5 Kemp's Ridleys, and a small green turtle were shown to the estimated crowd of 800 people. Turtle season runs from May through October.
I'm really excited for the turtles. I mean, I don't want to know what it would be like if I got a hook stuck in my neck.
Anna is a member of the local Girl Scout troop. They played a big role in the day's activities.
To Girl Scout Troop 468 who raised money in order to be able to donate fishing nets to our piers. So these turtles can be...
It wasn't just me, it was our whole troop. We collected money from selling our Girl Scout cookies and we bought a net to help save more sea turtles.
7 of those turtles were accidentally hooked by fishermen off of local piers. The Stranding response team removed the hooks and provided a little TLC so these ocean-loving travelers could get back home.
Last summer, we started a pilot program with 6 of the fishing piers in the area, and what we wanted to do is get information out to fishermen that if they accidentally hook a turtle, we want them to call us immediately.
And don't try to remove the hooks yourself. That's a job for the experts.
We don't want them to remove the hook, because if we can get our hands on those animals, not only can we safely remove the hook, but we can do radiographs, and in many cases we're finding a lot of these animals have been hooked before. So we're able to remove the hooks that are in their throats and in their intestines and then rescue and release them.
Getting the public's interest has been a key factor in these releases.
We do open these releases to the public because as a nonprofit organization, we are heavily dependent on the support of our community, and whether it's through volunteering or donations or taxpayers. So it's great. This is the reason that we do what we do, is to be able to get these turtles healthy and back to the ocean where they came from. And it's great to be able to share that with our community and let everybody have a chance to see these magnificent animals.
Great job.
job, everybody. And educating the public is also at the forefront of these releases.
Definitely want to provide a little bit of education as well. I mean, sea turtles are an endangered species, and we want people to know like what we do and why we do it, and how they can help these animals, how they can help the environment, keeping the ocean safer for the animals that are in it. So we definitely want to be able to provide that education to the public.
The Stranding response team urges anyone who sees a hooked turtle to call the 24-hour hotline at 757-385-7575. From sea turtles to dolphins, the Virginia Aquarium has something for all seafaring travelers. The Atlantic Explorer departs daily for trips that get you up close and personal with some of our coast's most frequent visitors. All aboard? Guests hop on board at the Owls Creek dock. The 65-foot catamaran departs daily at 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3:30 p.m., and 6 p.m.
So the trip today, we are heading out on the Atlantic Explorer for a 90-minute dolphin discovery sea adventure.
And there is so much to see.
So that's when we head out into the Atlantic Ocean to look for the most common and definitely charismatic marine mammals that come through the Atlantic coastal bottlenose dolphins.
It was a breezy day on the Atlantic, and getting a good look at the invasive mammals proved to be a challenge.
These are her teeth.
But aquarium interpreters enlighten guests with fun-filled facts. Educators provide details on various sea life throughout the journey.
So something that we offer here at the Virginia Aquarium is we do provide a lot of specialized training for the interpreters that are on board, so the educators that are giving the information about the dolphins. We make sure that we incorporate a lot of the aquarium's own research and conservation efforts into those talks as well.
Even though the ride was a little bumpy, spirits remained high as the ship plowed through the waves. One visible thing for sure was the beautiful Virginia Beach shoreline.
All of our guests that are coming out with us are getting some great wildlife viewings of not only dolphins, but as well as other marine animals in addition to that. So things such as sea turtles, we've seen a lot of stingrays, as well as occasionally some sharks, a lot of really awesome hunting techniques from some of the birds in the area, and then really large schools of fish.
And although it was a fun trip, some folks had a job to do.
I got to do turtle control.
And guess who loved that job?
I had fun riding the boat and I got splashed on.
Probably lose it though when they get
Splashing is a way of life for these mammals. Weather permitting, trips depart daily from the Owls Creek dock.
We started those in March. We won't run those through the very end of October. We scale back a little bit after Labor Day, but we do have trips offered every single week. Then we take a little bit of a downtime in November, and then we gear up for whales and wildlife season.
As you can see, the aquarium offers many adventures that bring you offshore to get a better look at some of our marine neighbors. For more information, log on to virginiaaquarium.com. Summer is upon us, and with that comes Summer Slide. That's when students experience learning losses during the summer months. At Rosemont Elementary, they're combining fun and learning to help beat the summer slide. Summer Jam has taken over the halls. All rising 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students from Rosemont Elementary can participate.
Summer Jam is somewhere in the middle of summer school and summer camp, because it takes the best of both worlds and it puts them together. And so we have learning and engagement that takes place during a summer school, but we package it in a fun and exciting kind of little gift.
The first thing you're going to do is use your little card right here.
From art lessons by the Museum of Contemporary Art to buddy readers in the library, these students are exposed to multiple facets of learning.
They're getting exposure to books, so they have lots of book access during the summer. They're reading independently. They're using iPads to help go and also read, but read independently on their reading levels. They're involved in math games where they're going and investigating different robust vocabulary, as well as going and playing math games.
The camp runs through the month of July. Community partners also assist, and there are even field trips planned and special guests.
I have been having fun because each and every day we've been doing fun activities, like there's a magician that came over. He's been all around the world and he's very entertaining. And there's also this reptile zoo where they brought in snakes. I never even saw a snake that up close before. It was amazing.
I've been doing math and reading. We're learning about using decimals, division, and rounding.
This is the third year Rosemont Elementary has offered the summer enrichment program. More than 130 students attended, and it's obviously quite a hit. And the summertime learning continues across town at Christopher Farms Elementary. But these lessons are in entirely different languages. Welcome to STARTALK Summer Academy. More than 100 students, equally chosen from all over the city, are learning either Chinese or Russian in this unique month-long academy.
It's an immersive technique, so these students are only hearing the target language. If they're in the Russian classroom, they're only hearing Russian from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, 4 days a week for a month, and they'll be learning different things.
This academy is for rising 5th and 6th grade students. They learn about the language and culture. The program is designed to get students to start talking and learn critical foreign languages. And Madison Kaler is doing just that. Her favorite part of the academy is the Russian dancing and singing.
Well, I've been learning how to say many phrases and animals and sports, so it's been a lot of fun.
STARTALK is a grant-funded academy for critical languages. The school division has hosted the program since 2009.
I certainly want them to understand that there are many different cultures in the world, and I want them to be sensitive to different cultures. But I also want them to learn not only the culture, but the linguistic aspect.
There are 5 Chinese classrooms and 2 Russian classrooms. This year, they offered an advanced Chinese program for returning 6th graders.
I wanted to come back because I wanted to learn more Chinese, because it's an interesting language to learn, and it's nice to know a language a lot of other people don't know.
The school division earned the STARTALK Academy a grant from the National Security Agency and University of Maryland. The funding makes it possible to offer the program free of charge to students. All rising 5th graders are eligible to apply. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something, you can view this program online. Log on to vbgov.com/media. We leave you today with some pictures of the Virginia Beach 4-H camp held at Wakefiled, Virginia. More than 220 kids spent 5 days at the camp enjoying archery, campfires, canoeing, outdoor education, and more. 4-H is the nation's largest youth development organization. Their camps provide fun, hands-on experience-based learning. Head, heart, hands, and health are the 4 H's in 4-H. They are also the values members work on through engaging programs. For everyone here at VBTV, I'm Mickey Aceto. Thanks for watching.